Hello, good morning. Good morning. I'm a little bit late. I was up super late last night, like until like 3 in the morning. And then my alarm is for 7:30, so it's a little rough getting up this morning. Um, and then my sister called, and today's my brother's birthday actually, but yesterday was the day we celebrated it. So it's been a crazy couple of days. Um, oh, and my brother and I, we finished Adventure Time. So next week we're going to be moving on to um Distant Lands, which I'm very excited about because he has never seen Distant Lands. So he had seen like the whole series, but like while it was airing. So that was like forever ago. And then never saw Distant Lands, hasn't seen Fiona and Cake. And I haven't seen the like second season of Fiona and Cake. I've only seen the first one. So when we finally get to the second season of Fiona and Cake, it'll be new for me too. Um, but I really needed him to rewatch the like main series because there's like there's so many references even in like just like the first 5 minutes of Fiona and Cake that I'm like to you have to know it better in order to like remember or to like enjoy the like you don't have to, but like since I'm gonna be like that thing and that thing, like I need him specifically to know the references. But yes, Malachi got first, which is so sweet. And then our early owls today. Oh, we still have two more early owls. We had Seagirl. Hello, Seagirl. Good morning. We had Gala, and we also had Crimson Hero. Indy now also is an early owl. So we have one more. Welcome in everybody. We're doing some makeup and then we'll get into like crafting stuff. Which is mostly gonna be like sewing a bit. I need to do eyeliner and my eyelashes. Miracel, thank you so much for the 5 stream streak. I appreciate that so much. And Indy said, good morning, good morning, good morning. Accidentally put salt in my coffee this morning and then didn't realize until halfway through. Well, was it good then? No? So you just drank it knowing it wasn't good, but not knowing why? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have a cookie for breakfast, I guess. That's what my grandma brought over. It's like a ginger cookie. So, but then my lunch slash dinner is gonna be an egg salad sandwich, also made by my grandma. She basically like it feeds me like completely at this point. It's rare that I feed myself. I did add salt to my coffee sometimes on purpose. Some people will add butter to their coffee. Like that's like a thing that people do. It's like part of the keto diet is to add butter to your coffee. And my family has always bought salted butter. So I'm sure that when my family did tried that, it was salted a little bit. Sometimes like salted caramel is a flavor that is a coffee flavor, you know. So I could imagine, but using all like using the amount that you would use of sugar as salts, I feel like would be too much salt. You know what I mean? Like making a coffee with like cream, sugar, coffee, syrup, and then like a little pinch of like sea salt, I think is one thing, but like using like a tablespoon of salt would be not good, I feel like. Or I don't like to mix my water-based drinks with my mixed milk-based drinks. No, that's so fair. I also don't really like that. Oh God. Oh God. Um, like I don't even like cream based like alcoholic drinks. Like they are just not my thing. Like I I prefer like them to be like juice based or like something of the sort. Like you will likely not be catching me with like an espresso martini or like um something like that. Hello, Ern. Yes, more of a pinch. Yeah, right. Yeah. It would just be way too salty. But I could see adding a little bit of salt just like as like an added thing. Hello. Um, Ern, I love that we're on a team together now. We're actually on two teams together, which is crazy. We went from no teams to two teams. Hello. I thought you were calling Ern Sun and not that you were also saying hi to Sun. So I was very confused. Hello, Sun. Hello, Juniper. Not that Ern isn't a sunshiny person because Ern Sun, like the emo Ern Sun, love it. 10 out of 10. It's like the Teletubby sun, but it's Ern's face, and I think it's like a genius. I think that was a calm special. Um, but it's so good. What's fun, like with like BTTV, you can literally add like any emote. So I could even have it over here. Because I could have like my own, but then I could just like have other people's random ones. Like people are adding Punchland's Punch Banana, which is punch like eating a banana, if you know what I mean. I will not be adding that one, but y'all are more than welcome to add that to your own. Why is there an entire slide of just frogs? Aren't you in like an environmental science class? I feel like frogs are pretty important to environmental science. Oh my gosh. I think I scratched this eyeball a little bit, but thankfully not the part where I have to see out of it, just the other part. It's zoology, but the entire slide is frogs in different positions. What does that even mean? Okay. I think that's my makeup done. Do y'all notice anything different about me? You're a ginger? Aren't I always, though? What did I just knock over? Oh, that's fine. Hello, hello, welcome in. But yeah, I did refresh my hair. Indy's right. I was trying to get you guys to say it, but I refreshed my hair, so now I have no roots. Didn't throw a fit together. Wait, that's actually crazy. I didn't notice. Yeah, that actually was right. What do you mean you didn't throw a fit together? Like, what do you, like, you're gonna go out? What's the fit? I want to know. That is a fit. Oh, I love that. I wore that yesterday. Well, not that specifically, but I wore a sweater and overalls yesterday. But it was just not a hoodie. It was like it was like this, but higher neck. Ooh, cherry red docks. That's a sleigh fit. I'm going out with my girlfriend later and meeting her best friend for the first time. Thank you, Juniper. I love that. I'm so excited. That's so fun. Okay, and then I'm gonna move this over here. Okay, but black laces are red. What color are your overalls and what color is your hoodie? I also think black, but like I feel like those are good questions to ask. Okay. If I switch to this, oh, you guys, that's not a good view. That's a little bit better. I'll just move this. Hello. Oh, right. That was what I was gonna do. Oh, black and a black hoodie, which I'm gonna put on because the colors clash. Yeah. I think black laces would work. I think that's a good idea. Okay. This has a cookie in it. Oh, I need to put us in makers and crafting. Oh, this looks like a good cookie. Look at that cookie. This is gonna be a spicy cookie. Okay, but a good cologne goes a long way, I feel like. Oh my gosh, this cookie's gonna clear my sinuses. I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat all of it at once. Ooh. It's like ginger, but it's like got like chunks of ginger in it. It's like it's like not spicy like a jalapeno, but spicy like a chai tea. Okay, and I know that saying chai tea is TT, but let me live my life. You're just saying TT. Okay, but TT is cute. Let me say it. Need to know rosary beads. Okay. And we've got a fresh bobbin. Let me move you guys somewhere where I can like see you a little bit better. There you go. I mean, I think I also maybe want to like, oh, I'm not paying attention. Shit. Oh God. I made a mess of this one. There's so many strings. Oh, so cute. Thanks, Cindy. Yeah, this is like weird. I don't know. Oh, what I was gonna say was I was thinking about making a sheet that was like wide in the middle. Because I want to have them have like baggy sleeves. But in order to do that, like I need to have Oh, jeez. I went a little overboard there for a second. I almost never run it that fast. But I really wanted it over with. Show Bob. Literally. But yeah, like I don't know. I think maybe I want to try something with this fabric, so we're gonna move things back so that I can show you guys this part. Also, hello, Jaylee. Welcome in. Okay, so in theory, I would basically want to take I mean, they would be like billowy. Or I guess I could take this fabric and just like do like a seam like here. Like I could bunch it up on purpose. We back. Yay! Oh, also Sengai finally did share his VOD and I was able to save my streak. So, but it took him forever. Okay, so I want like I don't know if I want to do all of this, but I at least want enough for like around her neck. So I need to measure that. Marley was scared of her sitting like this, so I had to put the blanket over her yesterday. She got freaked out. Okay. Oh, I don't know. She is a little bit naked. It just feels weird to have her be so naked, you know? We could do like 13 inches. I feel like that would be plenty. Maybe we'll do 14. I should have more than that. Go driving on the interstate. I could also do like a little tie in the back. The back doesn't necessarily need to. Yeah, she's a little bit covered, but I definitely want to get some clothes on this girl for sure, for sure. That's basically what we're doing today is getting some clothes on her. That's how it feels sometimes. It's so funny because when she was like just ahead, it didn't feel as weird as it does now that she's not just ahead. Decorator. As we go driving on the interstate. Okay. There we go. I keep moving this and then moving it back. Put it over here. Okay. Ooh, I just almost put this on the wrong way. That would have been. You would have seen a full-blown crash out, I think. Um, I'm kind of scattered today. Can you tell? Where did I just put that thing? I just had it. Did you see where I put that thing? Oh, it's right here. Found it. Thanks, y'all. We're making a bobbin. And now we have a bobbin. In this color. Because I was almost thinking about doing the details in this like goldish color. Either that or I want to use black, which I might also use, which is back here somewhere. What is it? And this is why I decided. I'm so glad this sewing machine is easy to thread. Because if it wasn't, I think I would maybe crash out. It's a little possum in a clown outfit. I love that. Oh, so cute. I also am a big, big, big fan of them. Because also, like, I live in an area where ticks are, like, a big issue. And, possums eat ticks. So, like, why wouldn't you want that? Thank you for the hydrate. How are you doing today, Sai? But yeah, I think we're gonna do black thread on this just because the black will be on top and I want to be able to like we're just gonna have to go slow, I think. I don't know why this is not like staying up to date. And baby's on their pouch at the same time. Has the raccoon clown too. I love that. That's so sweet. Oh, so cute. And that is somebody who understands their audience. This is tangling. I can feel it. Where are my little scissors? I have things everywhere. Hi, horror. Oh god. Okay. Okay, so these are attached, which is good. That's good. But they are not like fully attached to where I need them to be. Is this okay, that's working. I feel like it's I don't know what the problem is, actually, now that I'm seeing it. But since they're attached, I can kind of like put it a little bit further in and hopefully it'll work better. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Oh no, I unthreaded it. There we go. Okay. Nope. We gotta rethread. We're working on Sunny today. I honestly should probably reorganize this. Okay, let's do something like this. And then we will drag this over here and lean it here so then I can put Sunny like on it. Basically making her a little chair. That way she's not like all up in my business. But that you guys can still see her. I think that works. Oh yeah, this needs to go underneath here. Okay, amazing. This is working. It's working! I'm very excited about this. Your side. Believe me. Your side. Oh God. What's your biggest weakness? I'm assuming it's like a character. I have a secluded spot in the woods where you can build a hut. Yay! And Sai is very good at taking care of people. Definitely will make sure that you're hydrated. Until the heat dies down. I'm so excited about this. Her collar's gonna be so cute. I've been wanting to do this for like so long. It's like cool that I'm finally getting to this part. It looks so cute. Wait, what's going on? Oh, that was the special. I was like, what does that mean? Now I get it. I totally get it. I was so confused, but then I put it together. That Juniper put the V C C C C C C C. I love Juniper. She's such a sweetie. Okay. Finally, it's attached. And it's gonna look like this, but um on Sunny. Honestly, this is big enough for me to wear this. This is my neck size. I don't know why I didn't think about that. She stepped on enter before I could clarify. That's so funny. Oh, is this from like a gotcha game horror? But yeah, so I'm very excited about this. Um, I don't really know how I'm gonna do this. I wonder if I could make like a second one of these. Because basically I still need a hole in the back. She's gonna be naked for a little while. I cannot for the life of me pay attention to anything the minute I see her. Cute. So I still need to like have a hole in the back, basically. I know. She's so naked. It's just like silly because like her torso and her head have been just floating around stream for so long, but now the fact that she has legs and arms, it's like, ah, you know, it's so silly. Okay, I think if I make a second one of these, I can put it on the back. Like this can be like her body piece, basically. I am also excited to see her finished. I'm just trying to think like how I'm gonna do this. I might attach these actually, so that it'll be like one big piece. How many is this? 5. Okay. Let me make another one that's 5. But it needs to be white, black, white, black, white. And I need to switch this. Thank you. Also, hello, Lilith. Welcome in. I really love her. And it's also like all of these things are like really fun to do. Like I'm enjoying creating her, you know, like I feel like we can honestly all use more opportunities to create these days. And like I just am very happy and excited that I get to create her. Okay. I love when I have a beefy bobbin, you know? Thank you, Marisol, for getting your daily cup of tea. I need this to like loop into this, but it's not really doing that. Okay, so yesterday I went to the gas station and it was packed. Like there were lines like leading out to the road. Like it was so packed and there was so many cars and so many of us were like literally like I waited in a line of like 3 cars just to get to one pump and then next to me was another line of like 4 cars based on like where your pump was or where your gas tank is. And it was kind of freaky, you know, because like of the world we live in and the gas situation and whatever. Like it kind of freaked me out. But then I get home after like panicking about it a little bit and turns out that oh, that's why it's not working because I was doing it wrong. Got it. Okay. Cool. Anyway, so basically I was like kind of freaked out by that, but I kept going about my day. I get home and I go to check Facebook really quick as like part of my afternoon of like, okay, did anybody tag me in anything? No, they never do, but I still check for the sake of my grandma's. Apparently my gas station was running a 40-cent off deal. So that's why everybody was there. It actually like wasn't, there was no reason to be worried. It was just, there was a sale. A good sale. And I got the sale price, but I didn't even know that it was that existed till after I already benefited from it. So, but that would explain why everybody was there all at once. Yeah, so it was like down to basically normal prices with that sale that I didn't even like really notice that it was on sale. Like I just went because that was the time that it was convenient for me to go to the gas station. It had absolutely nothing to do with the sale. And so the sale ran until 7 p.m. And so I went at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Or maybe 4. But then by the time that I did have to drive back by after 7, it was like empty again. So I was like, well, that explains everything. Because also, like, I've been like just chilling with like half a tank, now recently leaning towards more of a quarter of a tank for like 2 months because I don't go anywhere and I don't do anything. But I was like, I should probably fill my tank up because gas prices are expensive. I might as well just like fill up the tank and like that way I won't have to worry about it, right? And then I ended up going when there was a 40-cent sale, so pretty, I would say that's pretty lucky. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Oh, 222, an angel number. That's the thing. Like, it was a stressful time to go just because I'm like, oh, this is like toilet paper ex COVID time vibes, right? And that was not pleasant. But then it just turned out, and I don't mind waiting. I'm a very patient person, so I just was like, well, the line will move when it moves, like I'll get there. It only literally took like maybe 5 extra minutes than it normally would have taken to get gas. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. And I got a deal, which is great. Hell yeah, puppet time. Yes, it is puppet time. Um we are working on Sunny. We're making fabric basically is what we've been working on. I do want to add a white onto this end because I need that. Because I kind of did this backwards. Not really, but a little bit. Oh yeah, I love a deal. Also, when I went to buy my Baja for the week, I was like, should I just buy 2 cases and that way I don't have to buy it again for like a while? And then right next to the 12-pack can case was the 24-pack can case. And it was 2 12-packs for $14 or a 24-pack for $13.99. So I saved 1 penny. And pennies don't even like exist anymore. So did I even save anything? Probably not. Is it common knowledge that putting a band-aid on a burn will raise blisters? Am I foolish? I don't think that that's like I think putting a band-aid on it is fine. It depends on the burn too, like of what ends up happening with it. I don't know if that's specifically about the band-aid. I burned the back of my hand last weekend. I put a band-aid to keep myself from messing with it. And while it finished healing, and this morning. Oh. I mean, it could, like, so you've had the same band-aid on it for like a week or like a few days because I feel like it does need like air to breathe. Like, I do think that you should be like taking breaks from the band-aid. Like, for any cut, really. Like, I like to take my band-aids off when I go to sleep. That way I'm not gonna mess with it No, I put it on last night. Oh, interesting. I don't know. That's fair. I also hope that it heals soon. Burns are the worst. I got a really bad burn on my thumb in high school because I was making cookies and I went to put the pan in. So like the oven had been preheated, but the cookies were not like made yet. It was like a cold pan. And when I went to put it in, I hit the top rack with my thumb, and so it like burned my thumb. Which is why I use an oven mitt to put things in the oven even if the thing I'm holding is cold. And everybody's like, you could just like put it in there. The pan isn't hot. And I'm like, yeah, I literally burned myself doing that once. So why would I put myself in that situation again to burn myself again? Like, guys, I'm playing House Flipper offline to make a world so that I can like do like tips and tricks videos. And I'm making a house that's bad on purpose so that I can use it as like the like don'ts in like a do's and don'ts video type thing. And it's so difficult for me because I'm like, this is so bad. And I'm making it kind of like even worse on purpose because I'm not trying to like hate on anybody's design decisions, right? Like that's never going to be my point. It's not going to be like this is ugly and this is better. It's more like here are techniques that make it better or here are tools that make it better. Like are you seeing a house that looks like this, but you actually want a house that looks like this? Well, here's what I did differently. Like, that's more what I am going for and less about like the style particularly. Um, yes. Oh my God, I love Lavender Town. I'm a huge fan. But yeah, like I'm a big like art is completely subjective. Like I honestly don't even like the idea of grading art in school. Like I think that there is room for like, okay, we're working on watercolor and you did this entire piece in oil pastel. You get points deducted because you didn't use the thing that we're trying to learn right now. But I would never like be like, oh, you like I don't like the you know colors you chose or whatever like that. um whose whole family has OCD and never explained that to me. Oh, I'm sorry. You're on a crazy journey of self-discovery, girl. But I'm as stressful and difficult as it is, Salt Girl, I'm very excited for you because you're going to come out the other side like and life is just going to be completely changed in a good way, I think. So while it's hard right now and I completely understand that and that's so valid, I'm excited that you're on this journey to healing. I don't even like calling myself an artist. Art is for everyone. Exactly. Yes. I completely agree. Um so basically, but it's like it's like all the things, because I tried to make a don'ts house, and I ended up doing so many of the things that I would put in a tips and tricks video, and I was like, wait, I'm doing all the tips. This doesn't show a how, because basically what inspired this is I was trying to look something up on um I was trying to look something up about House Flipper, like how to do a particular thing. And I ended up in like the subreddit, and I'm not really like a big Reddit user, but I did see one person who was like, um, how do I stop making my houses like boring millennial gray houses, basically? And while I think that it's totally fine if they want to make their house millennial gray, that's their business. I think that if somebody does want, ideas of how to add like whimsy to their builds and stuff, I love that. And I want to give ideas and like inspiration and try to help, right? Um, or even like color palette videos or things like that. So it's not for like um release yourself from the millennium. Well, right. So it was somebody who was trying to like release themselves. And I was like, which sounds like a crazy thing to say out loud, but they were trying to like get out of that. And I was like, wait, I have so many ideas. And then I was like, wait, I could make videos about that. And then I was like, well, I could also make tips and tricks videos because I'm teaching Marley kind of how to play, or like if she has a question, I'm like, oh, here's a way to do that. Or she was like, how do you make the floor angled? Like if you're gonna cut the um it started with me, of course it sounds crazy out loud. That's fair. But like honestly, release yourself probably would have gotten flagged from Automod if you weren't a VIP. Automod has been so finicky lately. If anybody has noticed that their messages have been getting flagged more often lately, in the last like week, I have noticed that it is so touchy. So it's not really you or anything you're saying. It's probably that Automod is like just very touchy all of a sudden. Um, so just an FYI. Um, but yeah, so I was like, wait, I could also make like videos on how to do like angled flooring, because basically the way the floor works is you don't get angled like triangles like you do. Yeah, right? You don't get like triangles like you can get in Sims. It's like you have to put down a different shape of thing first and then you can make it that color. So like I would be like showing people how to do stuff like that. So I was like, I have so many ideas on how to make house flipper videos. I should just do that. Um okay, also Salt Girl said something. OCD is a spectrum, definitely. And everyone in my family has something, and I thought it was just like I know what to do because my family raised me to cope. I'm good back on Zoloft. I already have the skills. A diagnosis is all I needed. I feel normal and chill. Yay! Yeah, I need medication to function, honestly, because my OCD makes things really difficult. So I completely understand as somebody who also has it. And it's an anxiety disorder. So like all of the quirks that come with it are because you literally get such bad anxiety from not doing it that it causes issues. And whether that's a repetition thing or like my compulsions are more like checking that doors are closed or locked if that's what I want. So like I can't, even now on medication, I can't leave my kitchen without pushing on my fridge door because I'm like, well, what if my fridge isn't fully closed and like all my food's gonna go bad? Um, yeah, yeah. And, like, that's something that's, like, residual that, like, hasn't gone away, but it used to be worse. It used to be worse. So, this was the crash out from that. Yeah, but now you're, like, a whole new world, you know, like, you're in a whole new world, like, where your abuser literally doesn't exist, and you have all of the tools and support you need to, like, heal, and, like, that's an amazing thing, like, even if it's difficult, that is an amazing thing, and I'm really happy for you. Me too. Have too much fun. Started to get away. Oh, yeah, but basically, I feel like I how I did at 20, just finished a 15-month trauma therapy day program. Yay! I love that. Um, but also what I was gonna say back on like the house flipper thing, because we kind of got I got derailed, as I always do. Um, I it's so hard to like make the house bad on purpose, like because I tried and then ended up making a house with so many different like little like hacks or like parts of the game that like it's not like they aren't part of the game, but they just don't like explicitly tell you that like, oh, if you're trying to do this thing, use this as like because like it's a good tool for that, you know? And it's not that I'm too good, it's that I already know the tips. So then I'm like using them unconsciously. And then I'm like, wait, no, I need one that has no tips and tricks. Like it needs to be like just the basics. Maybe a basic in like a different color with like a big square with like windows all haphazardly placed. You know what I mean? And no like weird beams. No, no I'm not trying to brag. I'm more just like saying that like the game is really good. And when you like learn like, oh wait, I can do that, then you just can't stop. Is more what I mean. Like I was like using like beams to like frame in a window. And I was like, Bryn, this is not the before house if you're using beams to frame in a window. like like girl. Also part of the idea came from not just Marley, but I was at my other friend's house and both my friend and their wife just bought a house, but then their boyfriend also just bought a house about 10 minutes down the road, which is great. And I'm very excited for all of them. Um, but the boyfriend basically went on House Flipper and like built his house in House Flipper to give us a tour of it. Um, and he was like, "Oh, like don't mind this wall. In real life it's actually very thin, but like you can't do a thin wall in this game." And I was like, "Oh, but wait, you can." And so I was like, "This is how you do it." And he was like, "Oh my God, that's amazing." But I'm like, there's so many of those things in this game that I like want everybody to be able to use. Um, and so like and the game sort of shows you like in some of their houses they will use some of these like very like niche like ways of using certain pieces. Um it is such a cute idea because basically he got like overstimulated by the group. And so he like went into the office and just started building his house to show us all. And you know, we like it was fine. He could do that. And then he gave us the tour. And what's really weird about this house though is that they have what they call um a cuck toilet. Um and the reason that they call it that is that the upstairs is the master bedroom, but it only has a half wall between the bedroom and the bathroom. It's not a full wall. So it's like the bedroom and the bathroom are all in the same room, which is horrifying. They are fixing that. But I was like, that's horrifying. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking about it. It scarred me. Okay. I like this cookie, but I think I'm gonna have to eat a little bit of it later because it's very spicy. Um, I'm gonna go put this downstairs and I'm gonna get myself a protein bar just so that I have something in my stomach. Well, my grandma's gonna come over with an egg salad sandwich like any minute, honestly. I'll just eat some of this cookie. Okay. Okay. So here's the idea, right? So I have this big
It's
wide
such
piece. Oh,
good.
hi. Thank you. Big stretches. Thank you for that hydrate. Um, so basically I have this like big piece that's like all connected. And then back here I have two pieces that are not connected. And basically I want to um attach. Oh, there's my grandma. 1 second. This kind of seems like unfair, honestly, that I get my lunch hand delivered. It's egg salad sandwich and Cheetos. Mhm. I'm gonna take a little break to eat lunch. How we doing? Um, so basically, what I'm gonna do with this is hem these sides and I'm gonna attach these sides. So it will end up just being a large piece of fabric, but I did it this way so that I would be able to like size it properly. This will become the body piece for her. And then I'm gonna use this piece and potentially a second one that I make with. Wow, it will be amazing if I actually have like the exact right amount of fabric for everything that I need. Possibly more using this. I'm gonna make the sleeves and um pants part. So I'll like wrap it. Yeah, I think one of these will do like two tubes, like because they don't really need to be that long, so I can cut it in half. So I will need another one. How many does this have? This is 4 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's not gonna be enough. So we will have to cut a few more pieces of fabric probably, but that's okay. I would say we're still pretty close. So that's the plan. I feel like a little bit like my grandma will be like, "Okay, so I'm thinking about having this for lunch." Like she doesn't take orders or anything like that. Like I'm not like, "Hey, grandma, I want this for lunch. Can you make that for me?" I don't do that at all. It's more like she just says, "I'm making this for lunch. Do you want some?" And I'll be like, "Yes" or "No." Sometimes I'm like, "Actually, I think I'm good." If it's something that I don't really like or something like that, but most of the time it's something that I will totally eat because I eat pretty much everything. Maybe I'll go on a little BRB for now, but we'll go over here for a pomo. This is just because I'm eating, but I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm done eating. I just I had no words while I was eating. And so I like couldn't bring myself to come up with words for eating. You quit your job? Have you told Malachi? Malachi, Skeleton Party quit their job. He was the first person I told. Okay, yeah. That's a lie. The second person. Was Jen the first person? It's okay, I can say that. They don't watch me yet. I mean, they could watch me, but I don't you would have had to tell them about me. And I don't think that I'm not making that assumption. Thank you. I just touched up the roots today, your last night, finally, because it was like really bad. They were growing out real bad. Let me see if I can find a picture from like the last couple of days where you could see the roots. I kept moving my head so that you couldn't tell that the roots were as bad as they were. You can kind of see them in this picture. It was getting real bad. They were like this thick. And thankfully, like, you can like they kind of just looked like a shadow root kind of vibe, but it was just too they were getting too bad. I can tell that all of these pictures I was taking of myself are very strategically angled so that you can't really tell that my roots were really bad. I mean, I think your hair looks great. I think also because it's sort of like it almost looks like an ombre sort of vibe rather than like grown out. So I think like that it looks good. But I could see the interest in wanting to redo it. You've had the same haircut since 2007? Is it like a buzz cut? Is it like is it like the military cut? This kiss is for Akka. I just got used to it and kept it. That's so fair. Oh. Let me shout out Akka actually really quick. We'll do a slash shout out. Slay, okay. Amazing. Okay, we got a double shout out. Slay. If you're not already following, Akka's live right now, also playing games, and it's also Akka's dog's birthday. So, um, I keep it low fade every Sunday. So when Friday comes around, oh my goodness. And you couldn't tell I was in the military. That's so funny. I wanted friends. Okay. If not, civilians want nothing to do with this. I mean, like, I mean, I think you kind of get it, right? Like, to be honest, I don't actually like, I would say like 98% of the time, people in the military are not like the evil ones. But like, I'm against the military industrial complex, you know, like I'm not necessarily against people in the military, but I'm not really for the military as a operation, you know? Also, hello, Sea Girl, my girl. I'm gonna go get celebration food. Yay! Thank you for stopping by, Skeleton Party. Appreciate you. I've been doing okay. I've been doing okay. Our command would tell us to leave them alone. They want nothing to do with you guys, so stay away from them. I mean, that's like perpetuating the thing though. Like that's the thing is like I feel like there are a lot of people that like people in the military. I have like I would say like half of the people from my hometown either went into the military or are married to people in the military or have a sibling in the military. Like there are people that like are involved in that. I have family in the military. Not siblings, not like immediate family, but like my cousins are in the military. And I feel that I'm a practicing Catholic and that whole nuance with my intersections for most people. Exactly. Like it's sort of like again, I'm not against people that are religious or that are Catholic or in the church, but I'm kind of against organized religion, you know, and that's the same thing I feel for like people in the military. I'm not against, honestly, a lot of the time, people in the military are people who have been preyed upon because they're in need and the military offers them like they're like, hey, you're poor and don't have health care and don't have the any prospects for school and like do you want a job that you can like just have a job forever and like we can help you pay for stuff? Put your life on the line for us. Thanks. And like that's a really enticing like if you don't have any other thoughts or feelings about what you want to do with your future, I feel like that is a very like enticing thing. Just like when the world is really stressful and you don't know what's going to happen next, you might look to God to help you and you might look to your church as a way of supporting you, creating community because they've destroyed third spaces in this country and in our modern society. And there's not like People don't go to the bowling alley every Wednesday for the meet anymore. People don't hang out at the library with their friends anymore. Like, so they go to church for community. I've even considered it before. And so like these organizations like prey upon, sorry, what was that? Oh, yeah, I'm going to put it just because it looked like a link. Wait. Via at Soulgirl. I go to an LGBTQ mass. I love leftist military people. One of my bridesmaids does diversity work for the military, for the army. Exactly. Oh my gosh. That emote is so, like, I used to live in Israel for a while, worked for the Israeli Defense Force. I mean, I don't know if this will offend you, but I am very pro-Palestine and I do want to state that. So I don't want to discuss discourse in my chat, but I do want to make you aware of that if that's something that will bother you. But basically what I am for is people being able to exist and live happy, healthy, safe lives in a world where it is very much possible, but there are many, many people who are powerful and purposefully make it not possible. The local community loss has never been really fully replaced. Yes. No, I totally get that. Like, and so, like, it's really difficult because I feel like there are a lot of people sent us there to help Allies Operation. When I wasn't working, I took advantage and got a lot of, got to go to a lot of places from the Bible, and that's really cool. Exactly, like, right. So I'm not saying, I also am very, like, pro-Jewish people, but I'm very anti-Israeli government. So, like, I think that, like, individual people can, like, be good and still be a part of bad systems. So I don't think that you're necessarily bad. And I don't think that people in the church are bad. It's like these big conglomerate systems that are like causing a lot of problems for people for like kind of no reason. Aside from like greed and power. And my take on the issue is complicated. Right. Right. My friend dropped his camera in the Dead Sea, and it took like 8 of us to drown him, basically, just so he could get it. I think that's like kind of cool. Not like you drowning your friend, but like having to like push them down because like they literally couldn't reach it. Right, right. You know, like it's really complicated, and there's not a lot for like the normal person to do about it. Like, we can express our interests, we can boycott things to a certain extent, like we can advocate for change, but there's a lot of really like big things happening that we don't have control over, and that can be really scary and really sad. But that like in no way makes me dislike like a whole group of people because the thing that they're a part of is bad necessarily, because a lot of people are victimized by it. You know, a lot of people have such good intentions, and like, you know, they think of their religion as safety and hope and connection, and then, you know, but then they're the like upper levels are actively working to hurt people, you know, and like those are so disconnected, and it's hard to like put that together, you know? I always tell my mom that I might have been more religious if we still lived in Mexico, since my experience with the church has been so different there. But I just don't like how religion is treated in the US. That's so fair. I think that's really fair. That being said, I know there are good communities out there. I just haven't found that, unfortunately. Yeah, and like also in my family, a lot of people are individually religious, so like we don't go to church. And but like my grandmother was baptized and had communion and was confirmed Catholic. And then my mom was also baptized, and I think she had first communion, but she wasn't confirmed. And then I go to church every Sunday. I also have friends that go to church every Sunday. I have my college roommate who I love to death, who I was ranting about yesterday, but I do love her dearly. Um she will seek out church, like even when she's traveling, to go to church every Sunday, and I love that for her. Like it really means a lot to her. And like my friend who's in a poly relationship with like my friend and their wife, and then they also have a boyfriend. The boyfriend goes to church every Sunday. Slay. I love that. Good for you. Not my grandma that lives here, but my other grandma. She's actually involved in two churches. I think one is Episcopalian and one is Pescatarian, but she goes to the Episcopalian one as part of her faith, and then she's involved in like the activities board for the Pescatarian church, or like something like that. Maybe it's Presbyterian, not the no, Pescatarian is the fish thing. Presbyterian. I'm so sorry. I knew it sounded wrong. It's Presbyterian. All confirmation names are chosen, but you know, I had to pick a new one. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I do work with churches that do good, even though I'm a different faith. Yeah. Thank you. I redid the roots. I redid the roots. I used to be a Buddhist in boot camp because I took advantage of the moment. I think it's important to explore other cultures and religions, even if you don't like fully believe in it as like your faith, or like even if you move away from it. I think it's really important to at least have a basic knowledge of like what other people believe and go through, because it helps you like connect with other people. Like when I was in high school, we had a class called World Cultures, and we learned about like Taoism, Buddhism. We also learned about like other things, not just religion, but that was like a unit. If you're a Buddhist in boot camp, church is 2 hours long compared to everyone's 1 hour long. And they let you meditate, so you get an extra 2 hours of sleep. Honestly, I would have done the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, I would have done the same thing. I still look into Eastern religions for guidance. Yeah, yeah, you were saying that you were I don't know if you were saying you were a Taoist or something else. If I went to my real religion church, if you start falling asleep, the drill instructor would come up and just straight up yell, straight up palm slap you across the face. Uh, was it Catholic? I feel like Catholic is aggressive like that. Protestant. Oh no, that makes sense actually. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Is a philosophy as well as a religion. So I'm Catholic religiously. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, yeah. That's fair. I would say I'm a spiritual person, but I wouldn't say that any of my beliefs align exactly with like one faith or denomination. But if I had to pick one, like I would say I know the most about Catholicism, because that's what my like all my parents and grandparents have always been a part of. They've just moved away from the churches as time's gone on. That's crazy. I'm allowing it though. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine. That's such a cute name for that. That's such a cute name for that. A cashew. That's so cute. I'm just telling you guys what they said and did to us. No. Yeah, that's so fair. Like, and you're in church, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like, huh? So I pretended to be Buddhist so I could meditate. I mean, to be fair, having the freedom to meditate and or sleep more actually probably did make you a more pleasant person and therefore was probably benefiting you. Maybe there's something to that. I actually reconnected with my dad recently, as in yesterday. Oh my goodness. That's so recent. I will never reconnect with my dad. I will absolutely never do that. The puppet's name is Sunny. Yes, this is Sunny. Um, she's naked right now. We're working on her clothes actually, but I got distracted. So I should probably start working on that. Okay. His brother is a genuine narcissist. See, okay, so let's talk. So that happened to my Salt Girl. That's actually really interesting that you say that because I think that actually happened with my dad and my uncle, except my dad is the narcissist. And my uncle is the one that is had a mental, like, some, I don't know if it's autism or some other kind of developmental disability, but that he then learned how to be kind of like a bad person from my dad. So still made him turn out to be kind of a bad person, but I love therapy, going to therapy twice a week. Yeah. My relationship with church is complicated. Yes, I've seen really terrible side of it, yet I've seen some really good too. Yeah. Yes, so we're working on her clothes. So basically what I need to do is I need to take this seam and I need to fold it over so that I can hem it. But I want to have it be like a nice seam because I think I might add like a button or something. So I want it to look nice if it were to like be open. Um yeah, I don't hang out with people at church or go to any of the events. I always hear about them being in drama. Yeah. Um, I show up for my worship stuff and then I'm out. You could at least get a free donut downstairs. You could grab a donut and then you could be out. All the churches I've ever been to have free donuts. Um, my dad at his core is a good person. always felt it. Now that I'm more knowledgeable on autism, I actually really excited. Yeah, and maybe you can like work on like a healing journey together because like he might not even like, you know, he might not know that there's other options. Um they don't have free donuts. They have free Starbucks and catering. Oh, well, dang. I love a free donut. I love a donut I have to pay for, but even better, I love a free donut. Um, I just switched this to, dang it. It's okay. I'll fold this over and then I will do all of the white string and then I'll do the black one. Still in a window for them trying to be my friend and suck me into their, yeah, that's fair. Um, I don't know, you might meet like a cute girl there though. Could happen. A cute girl that also goes to church and reads her Bible. Ooh, what you could do is you could, because you have all that money, right? You could buy donuts and you could bring them, and then everybody will be your friend forever. I will always be a friend of somebody who brings free donuts. I don't care what you're selling. If you have a free donut, I'm there. I've been going to the wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Like, so basically, I had this crush on my best friend in high school. And his family, very Catholic, very religious, um, and forced him to go to church every Sunday, even though he hated it. But when we would have like sleepovers and stuff, because he's a trans man, so I wasn't sleeping over at a boy's house at the time, but like he is a boy. Anyway, it makes sense for the story for me to clarify that what the social situation was at the time. But I would then go to church with them every weekend because I would be like, well, I want to be over at his house. Um, so I'm going to go to church. And they had free donuts. So it was like a double win. It was like hang out with my best friend that I had a crush on and then also a free donut. It's like, is this what heaven is like? Saw on the news and I was like, what? Really? I love that. Oh, I love a donut. When I used to be engaged, I was like, I at least one I've ever been to that did free desserts after. Usually avoid them. Oh yeah, because you're gluten free. That's so fair. Um, but basically, um, when I was engaged, I actually wanted to have a donut wall at my wedding. But also I'm a product of like millennial hipsterism, so I don't know if I still want that, but I do still love donuts. Maybe I could have it at like a bridal shower or something. That could be a better option if I ever get engaged again. I'll eat everything, plus I have no food allergies, so I take advantage. Honestly, same. I'm not that picky, but I do have a bigger sweet tooth than I do for anything else. I have something in my eye. Um, but yeah, basically, I was saying something. I'm not religious. I don't go to church. I have a lot of people in my life that do. I don't remember. I'm so excited for Sunny to have clothes. So excited for Sunny to have clothes. Then I won't have to cover up so much. I've been to almost 30 countries. And I definitely took advantage of that. That's so fair. I mean, there are some things that kind of freak me or like that are not pleasant for me. I don't really like gooey or like squishy textures, like especially animal fat. Like if a piece of meat has like animal fat on it, I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it. It really greatly is not pleasant for me from a texture perspective. I'm sure the taste is fine, but I can't eat it because of the texture. I much prefer like a dry or like a flakier texture, which I know is bizarre because I feel like most people are like, "Oh, I don't like things that are dry," but for me it's better. Like honestly, even with pasta, if it I said that with such an accent, pasta. Um even with pasta, like I want so much grated Parmesan cheese on it that it's like kind of dry. Okay, we have a seam, or what will eventually become a seam. Now let me do it with the other one. Oh God. I mean, different people eat different stuff. But there's definitely some stuff that I don't want to be eating. I think it's also just like, it could be part of like certain sensitivities. Like, oh, if you've eaten this for like ever, you will like be fine. But if you're just trying it for the first time, your body's like not used to it and will have issues. I don't really like that joke. Has anybody in chat ever made anything with a sewing machine before? Mostly fixing stuff. I um that's how I used to be before I got this sewing machine. I used to make things by I used to just like if my like ex had like a hole in like some shirt or something, I would like patch the hole. They first forced us to learn at boot camp. That makes sense. Cuz it's not like you have like a tailor on out in the world, you know, when you're in the field. You know, or like I would fix a button or something. But I didn't ever get to the point of like really getting into sewing until more recently. And I would really love to make like clothes. Um, but I am afraid, I think. I think I'm afraid. That's so true. You do have to start somewhere. And you know, maybe I'm sort of starting with Sunny, you know, I'm making her this outfit and maybe I can scale it up for me someday. Or at least understand like the ins and outs of it a little bit better. Yeah, that's true. I will get better over time, I think. Okay. So I have these two pieces that are now maybe start with small stuff, like beanies for people or something. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've tried like tailoring a shirt. Like I've shortened a shirt and then um like fixed the hem of it, and even that taught me a lot by um like having wow, my brain is like not working today. Um basically having I feel like my brain is doing that dial up sound, like the sound. Um oh yeah, I learned a lot from that shirt even then, because it's like when I hemmed it, I did it so that like the entire waistline or like the entire like bottom seam of the shirt was all the same length. But what I learned is that it ends up shifting around a lot. And so I ended up like I need the I learned that like in that type of shirt, you really need the back to like have a bit more length to it. Like that now makes more sense to me than it did before, because I did do that shirt. And I don't want to say it was a mistake. I still love the shirt. I'm still going to wear it a bunch, but like it now like is like, okay, I know that about this type of thing now. I can't remember if I actually did anything with a sewing machine. It would have been as a child if I have. Yeah, as a kid, we did like a lot of weird little sewing projects at my school. Um, which was great, and I feel like it gave me the foundation to then like sew holes in shirts and sew buttons on things and things like that as I got older. Um, but we never really like learned sewing machine stuff. So everything I know about this is mostly just like vibes. I'm mostly going on vibes over here. Um, which is probably not great. I should probably look up like a specific tutorial on this specific sewing machine and like do something about it, but I haven't done that yet. Hello, Indy, welcome in. We're working on hemming this piece of fabric. Maybe I should put like a little bit of like magnet tape like right here. Where'd the other piece of the magnet go that I had? I put it in here. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, it's right here. Okay, well that was not good. Where'd that go? We lost a pin! Where'd it go? Crap. 1 second. I mean, I'm thinking it bounced, maybe? Hi. I can't find it. Oh, I found it. Okay. I got some Mother's Day gifts for my mom and a new perfume for myself. Ooh, what perfume did you get? I feel like shit though, so it's time in bed until I have to get ready to go out. Ooh, what perfume did you get? I would love to know. This magnet tape is not strong, like at all. It like, I don't even know how it would hold literally anything to anything. Ooh, let me look that up. Also, welcome in anybody that came in while I was crawling on the floor. I hope you're having a good day. Um, it looks so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's beautiful. That way they won't roll off. I'm a genius. Where's the light in this? Is this the light? Oh, there's more than one light. Whoa. There's two. Oh, interesting. I was thinking about maybe putting like a little piece of tape over the light. Not because I don't want the light, but because it's really bright on camera. So more for you guys than for me. Because like I don't really need it, honestly, to be this bright. And I don't really know how to turn it down aside from putting like a little piece of tape over it. I just want you guys to be able to see it a little bit better, and like I um don't know how to turn it off. Does that dull it a little bit? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, amazing. Oh, that's actually super helpful. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, I think you guys can see a lot better with that. It just takes that shine off of it, really, which is what I was going for. Things over the balcony. Let me also move you guys over here so that I can read the chat a little bit easier. There we go. Now I can see the chat super easy. Okay. So now I have like a very like clean edge to work with. Um, and then I'm gonna also attach these two together. Okay. I'm the queen of like not leaving enough seam allowance. Like I'm queen of like just sew it right on the seam. Just sew right at the seam. It's fine. Okay. So now we have, see, like it ended up just being like a big piece of fabric, right? But like in it ended up being like uh the right, it's going to be the right width to wrap around Sunny's body, basically. Um and then we're gonna need to like do some fancy footwork up here with this bit where I'm gonna probably do like a little bit of a pin and fold, maybe just to like cinch the top part. We'll see what I end up doing there. Um, but yeah. So now let's attach this piece to the other side. Nope, that's gonna mess up. That's gonna be wrong. Okay, wait, how do I do this? Like this. Nope, like this. I'm so good at this game, guys. Okay. I just don't want to accidentally do that thing where I like sew the wrong ends together and then it ends up being messed up. Because I've done that twice already and it was so annoying both times. So don't want to do that. And instead, we're gonna not do that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, that worked. Okay, cool. Great, 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 perfect. Wow, this is a pretty hefty piece of fabric. Shit. Okay. Now I want to switch out the bobbin again for the black thread, just because we'll be like hemming the black side of this. So I think like that makes the most sense. Which is kind of annoying. I probably should have thought this through a little bit better so I don't have to keep switching the bobbin. But you know, I if this is the hardest thing I have to do today, that's probably for the best. And like it's not really the end of the world. There we go. And then we got this goes down here. And amazing. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. I guess I could roll this. There we go. That'll work. Basically, what I needed to do was like have the fabric facing this direction because I need to be able to pull the pins out easier. And I put them in wrong for what all I had going on here. And so now basically what I need to do is I needed to roll all this fabric because the machine's going to be in the way if I didn't. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Dang it. Where's the little scissors? Okay. 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 And this is pretty clean on the inside. Yeah. Okay. Ow. Sorry. I just poked myself. Okay. Cool. Amazing. Okay. Now I want to trim off some of all this. There's so much happening. Okay. We're going to turn this back. I will say, having this camera just like able to swivel as I need it, do you think you'd ever make a second outfit for? Could you make it Velcro on the back so you could swap them? Yes, I am making them so that it can be removed and put back on. So that's why I hemmed this side, and also you can see it better on the white fabric, this side as well, so that this is like a nice smooth edge. So basically this will be the front and it will wrap around the back so that the back I can have um like a button or something that keeps this together. I also need like the middle of the back to be open so that I can actually like still get my hand inside of her. So I did need the back to be able to be open. So yes, the answer is yes. I will be doing that. Um and I do think it would be fun to make another outfit for her sometime. I think that'll just be like a long time from now because like this is like I think that it'll just be fun to have her finished for a while. So now I'm just trimming off the part that's like really uneven and frayed so that it'll be easier to work with as like a piece of fabric. Also, hello, babe. I know we've talked already like in private in DMs and things, but I love seeing you in the chat and I love you. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys saw, but I finally sewed this together. So now it's like actually the thing. It's so cute. I like want one for myself. I love it. Okay. Yay. I have string everywhere. There's string everywhere. Okay. Okay. I'm just trimming off the little like stray fabrics. I'm not gonna get all of them because like they're open fabrics, so like they're just gonna keep doing that. But then also like it will just like it'll just continue to keep being like frayed. But just like the bigger stuff that's like getting in my way, I covered it. Isn't this cool? Stripes are so fun. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna attach this, honestly. Like this specifically. Um, because basically what I want to do is like I need to like do like some kind of like pinching situation because so like basically take this and then like fold it and then have this be sewn and that will add like a little bit of a like moment here happening because it needs to be like small enough to fit. Like basically I don't know how long this is. Let's see. Okay, yeah, basically I need this to be like half the size almost. And I have to figure out how I'm going to do that. Okay. I'm going to I'm going to just go for it. Well, I'm going to like Hmm. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream, but Fridays can sometimes be like that. Um, I think I want to raid a Tessa, who is Sari Code's wife, who's playing Tamagotchi Life, which I'm very excited about. Um, and I think that we're gonna go head over there. Um, which will be great. I haven't rated them in like a month, so that's exciting. Um, Thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. Um, if you need to copy the raid message, it's there. And if you want to follow me on my socials, it's there. Thank you all for being here. It's been so fun hanging out. Um, I did only get like 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep. So I think it's just that my brain is like, it's just running on empty. And so I think I'll have a better chance of, resting up and having a great start to next week if we wrap up now. And 3 hours is not anything to laugh at. I think that's a pretty good stream. So I'm excited to go over there. Lots of friends hanging out over there. Yeah, maybe nap time. Maybe nap time. Um, Thank you all for being here. Let me start this raid. Happy Friday. I'll see you guys all again on Monday morning for co-working, and then Tuesday for more games. I actually might we might be playing Water Park Simulator, and I may or may not be doing like a little giveaway. I haven't announced it yet, but if you don't have Water Park Simulator and you're interested in it, stop by Tuesday and I might be running a little giveaway. For a code to Water Park Simulator is what I'm trying to say. Um I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm excited to get to hang out with you again next week. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy hanging out with Atessa. And oh my gosh, she's making Michael Scott in Tamagotchi Life. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, I can't wait to be over there. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you all next week. Bye. Bye.